Because it is the heart that we use to actually endure the fierceness of the battle. When issues of life come to you and put pressure on you and put all manner of pressure and intimidation on you, what they want you to do is to make your heart fail. Remember, a place we've been studying, the Bible said, and when Goliath will arise and roar and shout and talk, he said the children of Israel went to hiding. Even the king Saul went to hiding. Why were they hiding? Because their heart has fallen. They don't have courage again. Their heart doesn't have any strength. It takes a strengthened heart to confront the enemy. It takes a strengthened heart to form courage to face every challenge. That is why some people, that when sickness comes on them, when affliction comes on them, they are already dead already. The strengthening of the heart that gives you the courage to face the battle, to know that there is nothing that the devil has. And this is what empowered David to be victorious in all his battles. Is he knows the weapon, the potency of waiting upon God. Child of God, all this laziness in the kingdom, all this laziness, spiritual laziness, does not pay at all. You are confronted with challenges and you cannot take out time and wait on God. It is why the devil looks at us and be laughing and slapping us here and there. When he knows that when he attacks you, you are going to come back violently, the devil will never come back to your territory again. Because he will say, that man is a madman. That woman is a madman. The reason why he afflicts and keeps afflicting is because by the time he afflicted, you didn't do anything. When we wait on the Lord in prayers and meditation of his word, his presence will activate a spiritual antenna to visualize the source of the battle and have the possible ways of dealing it. That is one advantage of waiting. His presence will just increase your spiritual antenna. Your spiritual eye will be open, your spiritual senses will be open to see the sources of the attacks. Waiting always reveals sources of problems. Because until you will know something, the source of an issue, you will not be able to tackle it. It is when that was why Jesus said, whatever that is not planted by your Father will be uprooted. When you are uprooting, you uproot from the roots. God has access to mysteries and deeper things. And the things that are revealed, he said the secret things belong to me, and the things that are revealed are for you and your children. So God reveals, and he reveals at the place of waiting. At the place of waiting, no other place. The reason why people run from one prophet to another, from one church to another, from a native doctor to another, even believers, is because they don't want to wait. Laziness. See, it is in waiting that we make inquiries and download strategies and necessary weapons to deal with a particular battle that is confronting us. It is in waiting that we actually download the strategies and the necessary weapon to confront any issue. It is at the place of waiting. Praise the Lord. And David, that's why one thing about David, he does not rush into battles. It was while he was waiting in the bush that he learned that big things are destroyed with little stones. He's a man of waiting. It was in the bush that he learned that actually big problems are destroyed with just stones and catapults. Remember, he has been waiting, he has downloaded enough software, enough divine software into his DNA that activated his DNA and his strength to the extent that he does not see anything big. When he sees a big thing, he does what? He sees it as a small thing. That this thing that you are looking as big, as little as one stone, can destroy it. Why? Because all the strategies and all the softwares, all the technology to deal with spiritual things and big problems in the spiritual realm has been downloaded into his DNA. It is now natural. Why? Because he has spent time in the days of waiting. So when he has done that, when he now came out and saw Goliath as big as he said, he didn't bother. The first statement that came upon his mouth was when he had Goliath. He said, who is this? Uncircumcised Philistine. He has equipped himself and risen to a level in the spiritual realm that his system is configured to deal with any critical issue. So how are you going to activate those weapons? You activate them, you download them at the place of prayer. You download spiritual weapons that makes you to be mighty in battle at the place of waiting on God. No other way. Not by cramming scripture. Not by jumping up and down. By waiting. That is where you download it into your DNA. A man by his name Elijah was a man that the Bible said there is a spirit called the spirit of Elijah. That is spirit of prayer. Spirit of waiting. The man waited to the extent that he has downloaded the weapon of fire into his DNA. That he caused fire at will. When King Ahaziah came to him and sent 50 soldiers to go and arrest him, the man didn't do anything because he has already been fortified. When he saw the soldiers, they were plenty. He said, if I be a man of God, if I be a man, when you call a man of God, is somebody who waits in the presence of God, who is known by God. If I be a man of God, let fire come down from heaven, and literal fire came down and burnt them. Loaded it into his DNA. The software, the hardware, the weapons is now to call fire is at will. And the Bible said when they came, he said, if I be a man of God, let fire come. The second people came, he repeated the same thing and fire came and warned them. The third one came and started begging. Your enemies will beg you this period. Amen. There are two major types of waiting. Number one is the preparatory waiting. Waiting for preparation, waiting just like a preparation strategy. Using waiting as a preparation strategy. That was David exhibited this in the bush. So he equipped himself, he prepared himself. There was no battle, but he was waiting. So when battle came, when bear came, it was easy for him to deal with the bear because he has already fortified himself. He has already downloaded in the technology of spiritual battles into the system. He has brought them from the spiritual realm into his physical body. So he was able to deliver, unleash weapons at will. Kabbalah. He was able to unleash weapons at will because he had already downloaded. The same thing that Elijah did. Waited at the place of prayer. Before you know, when he now came out, he said, it is now time for us to know who is who. They thought he was making mouth. He first of all said, by my spoken word, there shall not be rain for 3.5 years. You think it's more? The Bible said that a man, Elijah, a man of like passion, he prayed earnestly. That is, he waited earnestly. And downloaded the technology of altering nature. The technology of altering physical nature from the spiritual realm. And he came out. See, the place of waiting cannot be overemphasized. Any man that you see doing something extraordinary has a place of waiting. Now your victory in battle is determined by your level, your level of spirituality. Because whether we like it or not, the spiritual controls the physical. Because what is the purpose of affliction in people's life? Is to exalt themselves against the knowledge of God. And it is when you are spiritually fortified that you will do what? To cast them down. Goliath rose up to exalt himself against the knowledge of God. Against the fact that God is the defender of his people. Against the fact that God is the protector of Israel. And David stood up and said, who is this uncircumcised Philistines that will defy Kayaba? That will defy. So, any battle that is defiling the knowledge of God in your life, in the name of Jesus Christ of Nazareth, we are casting them down today in Jesus' name. The second is the inquiry or directional waiting. You ask God, at the place of waiting, you ask God the direction and guidance and the best way to confront a battle. And the Bible said that David was so troubled. They were down with the people. They fell down and be crying. But let me tell you, in the midst of battle, nobody cares your feeling. The worst thing that can happen to a child of God to cry in battle. The more you cry, the more the devil appeals. There is no place and room to entertain cries and tears in battle. Waiting on God causes you to overtake the enemy. Waiting is the spiritual technology and strategy to demystify diverse dimensions of battles that the enemy has projected at the same time. In waiting, you dialogue with God. In waiting, you negotiate things with God. In waiting, waiting is a place of strategizing the modus operandi of the battle. Waiting, you use at the place of waiting to remote control your enemies to work in your favor. It is at the place of waiting you remote control everything that works around you. It is at the place of waiting you control principalities and powers. The Bible says, bringing them under the subject and obedience of Christ. Mount up wings like the eagles. Mount up wings like the eagle and become a spiritual giant in the name of Jesus Christ. Amen. Every part of your body that has been demoralized and destroyed and tampered with by the enemy, I command a recovery right now in the name of Jesus. God bless you, and may His grace, His countenance shine upon your life. Amen. In Jesus' mighty name.